Raleigh, North Carolina and the surrounding suburbs have some really crazy, amazing new neighborhoods that are just now coming online or about to launch later this year. These are some of the most anticipated neighborhoods that we've ever had in our marketplace. And today we're going to break it all down for you, give you all the details on all of them, including starter neighborhoods all the way up to an uber crazy, fabulous luxury neighborhood where prices start at $5.5 million and go up and up and up. You're not going to believe it when I tell you about it. First up, we have a really exciting neighborhood that's gotten a ton of buzz. Cattail. Cattail is a really great neighborhood. It's between Zebulon and Clayton, North Carolina. And the really great centerpiece of Cattail is an 80-acre lake with 2.5 miles of shoreline around it. There's homes being built around this lake. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And this neighborhood is already underway. It's already having homes are being built right now. And so it's definitely possible to go ahead and go under contract in a home in Cattail and get underway and be moved into your new home in a matter of months. This neighborhood, when it's all completed, is going to have 250 homes with prices ranging from about $425,000 all the way up to over $2 million. And these are single family detached homes. Amenities in this neighborhood are going to be absolutely bonkers. Of course, you've got the 80-acre lake that we've talked about. There's also going to be community swimming pool, clubhouse, access to the lake, obviously, with boat launches and a pavilion right there on the lake, walking golf cart paths, fire pits. This neighborhood is going to have a really great community feel to it and is going to be one of the best neighborhoods coming online out there in that Zebulon Clayton area. So who is this neighborhood for? Well, definitely for people that work in Zebulon, Wendell, Clayton, the eastern side of Raleigh, or simply work from home and don't necessarily need to drive to any office anywhere on a regular basis. It's also great for people that want a peaceful lifestyle, lakefront lifestyle. That's something that's fairly rare in our marketplace. And to be able to have a wonderful chill vibe about your neighborhood just sounds really, really amazing to me. This neighborhood is also great for buyers who want more square footage, more land, more bang for the buck. The value of Cattail is going to be off the charts compared to other parts of our market where you end up getting a smaller home on a postage stamp for the same or more money than you would spend in Cattail. This is also really great for empty nesters or retirees who are looking for that serene lifestyle. And in general, for people who want small town vibe, easygoing life, Cattail is going to be an excellent, excellent choice. So who is Cattail not for? Definitely for people that need to commute into Research Triangle Park or the western side of the triangle. That drive is going to be a bit long. Also for people that want a more city-like life, maybe townhome or more densely populated. So if you're looking for that, Cattail is probably not a good fit for you. Cattail is also probably not ideally suited for someone who doesn't want to live in a construction zone. And that's pretty much going to be the case for all of these neighborhoods because they're all new and just now coming online. It's likely that there's going to be construction going on for a few years, and that's just something you will need to accept. Luckily, most of the time in most neighborhoods in our market, they build in sections. They're not building all over everywhere. So as they grow, they will build out this section and then they'll move on to that section. So the people in section 1 won't necessarily have to deal with like the hassle of navigating around work trucks because that section will be built out before they move on to section 2. Next up, we have a neighborhood that is absolutely already taken the marketplace by storm. We've had people reach out to us from our YouTube channel here asking about this neighborhood, wanting to be in this neighborhood, and that is Ponder. Ponder, we've talked about a lot on this channel. It's between Zebulon and Wendell, and it's sort of, best way to describe it is it's Wendell Falls Part 2. Wendell Falls completely transformed Wendell, North Carolina, into being such a hot place to live. And Ponder is going to do the same. And the reason I know it's going to do the same is because it's the same builder, same developer, same concept. Really, really successful. This is coming the fall of 2026, so they're just now breaking ground and getting things underway. And Ponder is going to have absolute top-notch amenities, bar none, some of the best around, which is what this developer is known for and what they did in all the other neighborhoods they developed in our market, including Wendell Falls. Ponder is going to have Ponder House, which is a community center sitting on 5 acres of land. It's going to have exercise facilities, meeting rooms, an outdoor fireplace, and just great area for people to hang out and meet neighbors and meet friends. There's also Ponder Lake, which is the lake right there in the neighborhood, pickleball courts, a pool, kayak launch there on the lake, yoga lawn, a concert stage on that lawn, so they'll be having regular concerts, and a dog park. And so, of course, all these amenities are designed so that you, as an owner in Ponder, can meet your neighbors, can make friends with folks. It's very much a community setting. Again, very much a place where strangers become friends. So, who is Ponder ideally suited for? People who value community get-togethers, making new friends, and also people who work in that area, that Wendell, Zebulon, Eastern Raleigh type quadrant. Those people are ideally suited for Ponder. Obviously, again, people who work from home and don't have to travel for work are going to also really enjoy living in Ponder. And so who is Ponder not for? Well, again, it's for people who work in Research Triangle Park or the western side of the triangle. Living over in Wendell, Zebulon is a bit of a hike for those folks. And also probably Ponder's not ideally suited for introverts that don't want to deal with community spirit and getting to know people. I'm joking, I'm an introvert, I'm allowed to say that. Ponder is great for everybody. It's a really great neighborhood. I can't wait for this to get developed out and for people to see what this is going to be like. If it's anything like Wendell Falls or Briar Chapel or some of the other neighborhoods that this developer's done, it's going to be amazing, bar none. Next up, we have Revere. This is that uber crazy $6 million, $5.5 million neighborhood I told you about. I don't even know where to begin with this one. This neighborhood is just absolutely bananas. It's 11 lots in downtown Raleigh. I don't know where the builder found this land. It's like the land was invented. It's off of St. Mary Street, and lots go from about 0.4 acres all the way to 1.77 acres. And these are truly custom homes. The builder literally takes a sheet of paper, you tell the builder what you want, and they will design you the home of your dreams. And of course, each one of these homes are going to be different. Each one is going to use top of the line appliances and materials. This is going to be one of the preeminent neighborhoods in downtown Raleigh, if not the entire triangle. This is near the Carolina Country Club. It's near Anderson Heights. It's near Five Points. It's near Hayes Barton, and basically anywhere in downtown Raleigh. So who is this neighborhood ideally suited for? Well, first off, obviously, it's suited for people who can afford $5.5 million homes. It's also suited for people who value the downtown Raleigh lifestyle and are willing to pay a premium for that. Downtown Raleigh has a lot of great restaurants and shops and bars and things to do. It's a very urban setting. It's very energetic. There's always stuff going on downtown Raleigh. Super easy from this neighborhood to get to anywhere in downtown Raleigh, anywhere in the Midtown North Hills area, and really anywhere in the triangle at large because of the road system we have down that way. And it's designed for people who, again, value downtown Raleigh and that lifestyle over having a larger lot that they would have in, say, Apex or North Raleigh or Wake Forest for the same house or maybe even a bigger house. And so who is this neighborhood not for? Well, it's not for buyers who are not willing to pay the premium to live in downtown Raleigh or who don't want to live among the hustle and bustle of downtown Raleigh. And of course, this neighborhood is not for people who can't shell out $5.5 million for a house, but I guess that goes without saying. Bottom line on this neighborhood, I can't wait for the first homes to be finished and completed. I'm certain this neighborhood is going to be in the parade of homes. It's going to be super exciting to see all that develops out of this. And again, this is going to be one of the top neighborhoods in all of the triangle. Can't wait to see it come online. Next up, we have a neighborhood that has gotten crazy amount of anticipated buzz, and that is Veridea. Veridea is going to absolutely transform Apex, North Carolina, as if Apex needed transforming. It's already booming as it is. This neighborhood is sitting on 1,100 acres in Apex. This is basically going to be a city inside of a city. And because of that, it will bring city-like density to suburban Apex. For people that want that dense lifestyle, Veridea is going to be a really amazing, good fit. It's going to include residential, single-family homes, townhomes, condominiums, and apartments. It's going to include industrial space, retail space, a Wake Tech community college is going to be in this neighborhood, and probably the icing on the cake. On 230 acres inside of Veridea is going to be the North Carolina Children's Hospital. So this hospital is a joint venture between UNC Medical and Duke Medical. It is going to be the second largest children's hospital in the entire country and will completely transform Apex and the surrounding area. People will be coming from all over the state, all over the region, if not all over the country, to get medical care for their kids at this hospital. And so when will this neighborhood open? Well, construction is underway now, and the industrial space and an apartment complex is getting underway now, such that it will be complete in 2027. Residential homes will begin and get underway in mid-2028, and that North Carolina Children's Hospital I told you about will be getting underway in 2031. And so who is this neighborhood for? This neighborhood is going to be ideal for anyone who works in Veridea, works in Apex nearby, or basically really anywhere in that southwestern Wake County quadrant. This neighborhood is going to be ideal for people who can afford to buy a home in here. Currently, prices are set to be between $400,000 and $700,000. And so if that's in your price range, this neighborhood could be very much ideal for you. This is also for people who value sustainability, walkability, and an urban lifestyle. And again, we've had a ton of people reach out to us from our YouTube channel here because we've talked about Veridea since the very beginning when it was announced. We've got a list going of people who are interested in moving to this neighborhood. And so if this is something you'd be interested in as well, definitely reach out to us. We'll put you on the list and keep you updated as news and information on Veridea comes online. Who is Veridea not for? Well, it's certainly for someone who wants a quiet suburban feel, kind of like you would get in Cattail or Ponder that we talked about earlier in this video. Veridea is not going to be like that. It's very urban, very go, go, go. And so if that's not you, then Veridea is likely to not be a good fit. Also, Veridea is not ideal for someone who needs to move now. Again, residential homes are not due to come online until mid-2028. And so that's going to be a bit of a wait. I don't think too many people want to live in their car between now and then. And Veridea is probably not a good fit for people who don't want to deal with traffic congestion. The neighborhood sets just off of Interstate 540, and so there's going to be a lot of hustle and bustle in that area and congestion, and it's just something the people who move there are going to know about. And if it's not you and that doesn't sound like something you would be interested in, then Veridea is probably not a good fit for you. This next neighborhood probably wins the award for most charming neighborhood. It's Birney Park, and this is a brand new neighborhood also in downtown Raleigh. It's right smack dab in the middle of the Hayes Barton neighborhood. And this neighborhood looks like it's straight out of the 1920s. The exteriors are just absolutely amazing, have a lot of character to them. They look like they've been there for quite a while. These are condos and townhomes. Location-wise, it can't be beat. This neighborhood is super, super close to Five Points and the Village District, formerly known as Cameron Village. Plus, there's a ton of restaurants and a coffee shop and shops right there nearby within walking distance of this neighborhood. And so who is this neighborhood for? Well, it's definitely for people who want the downtown Raleigh lifestyle, that maybe do not want a single family detached home. They want sort of that pied-à-terre lifestyle, and they want a super, super charming architecture while still having a walkable area that they can get around and go to restaurants and shops and whatnot and do all the things that there is to do right there around Birney Park. This neighborhood is also ideally suited for people who want new construction and the location of living in downtown Raleigh. That is such a rare thing to find these days. So definitely those folks would very much appreciate living in this neighborhood. So who is this neighborhood not for? It's for people who do not care about downtown Raleigh, don't want to pay the downtown Raleigh tax, don't need to be part of that whole downtown Raleigh lifestyle. It's also not ideally suited for people who want a single family home. And the reason for that is there will be no single family homes in this neighborhood. You have to have a townhome, more like a row house than anything, or a condo pied-à-terre type vibe. This next neighborhood is probably the most anticipated neighborhood in the entire country. And of course, I'm talking about Asteria. This neighborhood is in Pittsboro, North Carolina, and it's by Story Living by Disney, as in, yes, the Disney as in movie studio, Disney World, Disneyland, all of that. This is the second Story Living by Disney neighborhood to come online. First one being Cotino in Rancho Mirage, California. And we've been talking about Asteria pretty much since the channel has started. This is gonna be a crazy amazing neighborhood. It is a neighborhood inside of a mega neighborhood called Chatham Park, and when it's all built out, it will have over 4,000 residences inside Asteria. There will be a portion of the neighborhood set aside for 55 plus homeowners. We do not know right now how large that section of the Asteria is going to be, prices on that section, etc. And in general, the developers have not announced any pricing yet for any of the neighborhood. But obviously it goes without saying that as soon as we get some more information about Asteria, we're going to pass it along to you guys in the form of a video. We also have a very long list of people who've already reached out to us, primarily from our YouTube channel here, expressing interest in this neighborhood. So if you are also interested in Asteria, let us know. We are in contact with the developers, so as soon as they make an announcement, we will pass it along to folks on that list first, and then of course we'll put out a YouTube video announcing all the details that we know. But this neighborhood is going to have some crazy great amenities. There's going to be an adults-only pool, a community pool, a two-story community restaurant called Market Hall. There'll be plenty of green space, pocket parks, community events, on-site Disney-employed folks who are in charge of developing enrichment programs for the neighbors and people that live in Asteria. This neighborhood is just going to be crazy, bonkers, amenity-filled. Can't wait to get more details on it. Sales are expected to begin middle of 2027, so not too long now. And so who is Asteria for? Well, certainly for people who love the Disney magic, want to be immersed in the Disney magic, although I'm told this neighborhood is not going to be anything like actually living in Disney World where characters will be roaming around. It will be more of the Disney spirit and enrichment programs in this neighborhood. This neighborhood is also ideally suited for people that work in Pittsboro or in Chapel Hill or work from home and don't need to travel too much for work. Those would be excellent people for Asteria. And so who is Asteria not for? Well, certainly not for people who don't like Disney, the Disney experience, or are not willing to pay the Disney fee that it comes with living in a Disney neighborhood. We know for certain that the homes will be more expensive than the average home in Pittsboro. And of course, this neighborhood will not be ideal for anyone who works on the eastern side of the Raleigh Triangle Marketplace. The drive from Pittsboro to, say, Zebulon is quite a long drive. Would not recommend someone who works in Zebulon, Wendell. They live in Asteria. Next up, we have a high-end luxury gated community called Sanctuary at Falls Lake. The neighborhood sits on a total of 56 acres with a ton of green space. All told, there'll be 28 lots in the neighborhood, with lot sizes going up to 1.75 acres and prices in this neighborhood starting at about $3 million. Some of our favorite high-end builders are building in this neighborhood, and it is absolutely going to be dynamite when this neighborhood is all done. And so who is this neighborhood for? Well, certainly for luxury buyers that can afford $3 million and up, for people who want that gated community lifestyle where they can have their privacy, and for buyers who work in North Raleigh, Wake Forest, or work from home and don't necessarily need to drive to too many other places, although you can get to the Research Triangle Park and to the airport area fairly quickly and fairly easily from this neighborhood. And so who is this neighborhood not for? Certainly for buyers who prefer the Cary Apex area to buy a high-end home. It's definitely well suited for sort of that North Raleigh lifestyle. And of course, the neighborhood is not ideally suited for people who can't afford and don't want to spend $3 million and on up for a house in North Raleigh. Next up, we have Brixley. This is also in North Raleigh. It's also a high-end neighborhood, custom-built homes. This neighborhood has 21 lots with home sites going up to 1.6 acres and some really, really amazing builders in this neighborhood also. Prices in this neighborhood also start around $3 million. And so who is this neighborhood for? Again, luxury buyers who want that North Raleigh lifestyle, want a decent sized, really pretty lot. The land out in this neighborhood is really, really nice. And buyers, of course, who are okay living in North Raleigh. Maybe they work in Raleigh, Wake Forest, Research Triangle Park, and they can easily get to wherever they work from this neighborhood. That is who's ideally suited for this neighborhood. Who's not suited for Brixley would be people that work in outer areas and they don't want to hassle with the drive. Maybe people that want to live in the Cary Apex area, as we said earlier. And of course, for buyers who are not comfortable shelling out $3 million and up for a luxury home. Personally, I'm super excited for this neighborhood to come online. Brixley is going to be absolutely amazing. We've heard a lot of buzz and had a lot of inquiries about this neighborhood and Sanctuary at Falls Lake for that matter. These are really anticipated neighborhoods. If any of them appeal to you and you are wanting to make your next home in any of these neighborhoods, you can certainly reach out to us. Our information is below. We will be happy to sit with you, do a video call, get on the same page, and help you design the home of your dreams. My team and I are here to guide you through the process and make it stress-free for you. Check out this video. We think you're really going to like this one as well. Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.